What's up? A lovely good morning to everyone. So today once again I come up with very useful topic under monitoring sections, and today I'm going to cover the topic how you can monitor your PostgreSQL DB using the help of Prometheus and the Grafana. Hey guys, my name is Avinash and you're watching Learning Destinations. If you haven't yet subscribed my channel, then please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. So now I'm going to start the practical sessions, and in order to get the PostgreSQL matrix you need to install the PostgreSQL exporter. If you remember in my last tutorial where I have already covered how you can monitor your MySQL DB using the help of Prometheus, and where I have successfully installed the MySQL exporter. So likewise the same under the case of PostgreSQL, you need to install the PostgreSQL exporter. It is again an open source tool which is publicly available, and it is totally like we can say that it is open source based and publicly available and free. So make sure that your PostgreSQL server should be running. In my case it is already running. I have already installed. Let me check the status. So you can see that it is successfully running, right? And as I said that we need to install this Postgres exporter, right? So let me create some directory here. So under the specific directory I will place that particular exporter. So now I'm going under this. Guys, all these steps you can simply take it from the description sections, because I'm going to give all these steps over there, so you don't need to worry about it. And I'm going to install it. Sorry, I'm going to download it. Let me once again, I think there is some network. Yeah, so now it's okay. Sometimes network is unreachable, so it's hard to download. So as you can see that I have successfully downloaded. Now I'm going to untar it. So it is untar already, and I am already under this. So you can easily understand the process. It's a very simple. Just now I have downloaded from one of the GitHub link. I have downloaded PostgreSQL exporter. And after that I have extracted the file, and after extracting I went inside this particular directory, right? So now I am copying this particular to usr local bin. Okay, so this is done. So now again we need to move here under this file, and we need to make one of the environment file. We have to create one of the environment variable file where we can place the PostgreSQL details here. Okay, so I am already under the Postgres exporter directory, and I am going to use the VI editor rather than nano. And since I already logged in with the root, so no need to use the sudo. And I'm going to place this one. So basically, okay, so there is something missing here. Data. So as you can see that I have given the PostgreSQL, which is connected with the user ID Postgres, and password is also the Postgres. However, I have just reset the password. Earlier it was Postgres, but now I reset it with the red hat. And after that I have given the endpoints which is useful to connect Postgres database, right? And I keep SSL mode disabled. Okay, now we need to make this user, but since I have already installed the PostgreSQL, and during that I have already created the user Postgres, right? So that's why it will give me the error, because the user is already exist. But in your case, if it is this user is not exist, you can simply create this. Now I'm going to create the service file, so I can use this exporter as a service. So it will help me to start and stop these process. Exporter service, Postgres exporter service, and I'm going to copy paste all these things here. So you can see that the working directory is opt Postgres exporter, right? And the environment file which I have just now created, the Postgres exporter environment. The executable is under the usr local bin Postgres exporter, and which is listening on like it will the web.listen-address. We can add we can access this matrix on this particular IP address and following port number that I will show you. just now, and the telemetry path, it means that the matrix path is under matrix, which is by default. Okay, so these are only the point that we need to understand from this file. So after that, let's start the daemon reload, enable it, everything in one shot to save our time. So you can see that I have firstly reload the daemon because I have made changes under the services file, and that's how that it is needed. And secondly, I have started the Postgres exporter services, and then I have enabled it and finally check the status. So it is saying it is, so we need to check that what's the wrong with that. Let's go to there and local bin exporter 1900, it should be okay. Let me check the port number as well. So this one, I see, guys, you can see the mistakes because I had given the port number 9100 for my this PostgreSQL exporter. However, the 9100 is already reserved right now, and it is being used by the node exporter, and that is one of the main reason that it is unable to start, because that port number is already reserved, right? So we need to change the port number. So let me add it once again, this file, and I'm going to give it some different port number. Let's say I'm going to give it 09. Okay, now this time should be start. Check the status. It's again failing. Oh, sorry, we need to, since I made changes inside the service file, right? So we need to reload the daemon. And now once again, I need to start it. Let me start. So now it's active. So guys, you can see that I could be skip these steps, but still while covering this particular topic, I was debugging the things, the reason behind it, so you can also have idea that how to troubleshoot the things. I could skip all these steps and I could make this video shorter, but I covered, I live debug it, so you will also have idea how to debug how to troubleshoot the error. That's why I'm telling you, you are not only learning the things that how to implement, but also you are learning that how to resolve the error from this particular channel. Okay, so now it is active. Okay, so let me go and use ExecStart 192.168, and the port number we have given 9109. Let me give here matrix. Oh, sorry, the IP is 106. You can see that all the matrices coming here. Okay, so this part we have already prepared. Now we have successfully installed the PostgreSQL matrix, and which is now listening under the matrix. Okay, so this part is completed. Now the remaining part is we have to jump onto the Prometheus server, and we need to configure the target with this endpoint. So now let's jump onto the Prometheus. Okay guys, so this is my Prometheus server, and now I'm going to make changes inside the Prometheus YAML file, and I need to set the target. So the target, let me delete all these steps, and I copy these 4 things here and I paste it here, and then I need to change this one IP address, and it is running on 9109. That port number I need to mention. Also, I am going to change the name. Rather than MySQL I say it's the PostgreSQL exporter. Okay. Again, you need to make sure that there should not be extra space. Otherwise, since it is given in the YAML, you won't be able to start. So make sure that everything should be correct, aligned properly. Now I'm going to start Prometheus server. So I need to do restart. It's taking a bit longer time. Let's see. Let's wait for some time. Let me pause and I will come back. I think it's taking quite a bit longer time. So I have doubt that I did some mistakes. And yes, you can see that I did some mistake here because this is not proper aligned. Usually it won't take much time. Whenever I start or restart, it instantly happens. So now it should be okay. Let me restart. So now you see it instantly restarted, right? So let me check the status. It is active, and now let's access the Prometheus server, which is running on 9090, which is, and firstly go to target and check that whether target is up or not. So you can see, let me go to 9105 9100 91 here. So you can see that this matrix is up, state is up. Okay, this is what we are getting, all the matrix for the PG, right? Now let's check some queries, and come on, why it is taking longer time? Okay, so let me go easy. So it is giving the value and it is successfully created. Now how to add into the Grafana, right? One more thing, guys, there are a lot of queries that you can check. You can play with other PG queries. As you can see that there are a lot of alert we have set, right? So you can go and play with one by one all the options. Now I'm going to configure into the Grafana, and so under the Grafana, how you can add the dashboard, right? So you have to go here under the plus sign, dashboard, sorry, plus sign, and then you go to import, because we are going to import one of the best dashboard for the PostgreSQL, and that we can simply search it from the Google. So we can say PostgreSQL dashboard Grafana. Any keyword we can search and we will get some good dashboard from the Grafana. So let me use this 9628, and here you need to place the ID, load, I think internet is quite slow today, seems, that's why it is taking a bit longer time. Let me refresh it. Let me give it once again, load. So now it's coming, change ID, PostgreSQL database. The ID is this one, 9628, that we need to place here, change ID, and then the data source will be Prometheus, because we have integrated our PostgreSQL with the Prometheus, right? And after that, import. So this is the dashboard. It is looking like that. So it will take some time to fetch the data, or else we need to enable it. So I think the CPU utilizations we have started getting, CPU time, then this one, then there are a lot of options that you can keep play with that. this is a PostgreSQL database, and there are many more options that you can keep play with that. Okay, if most of the data are not coming, then probably we need to create the specific user inside the PostgreSQL, and we have to give some specific permission so it can simply fetch the data. But this is all over that how you can monitor your PostgreSQL using the help of Prometheus. And so that's all for the day. And now I believe that it will be pretty much easy for you to monitor the PostgreSQL's database using the help of Prometheus and the Grafana. So while doing this, if you face any error, write me in the comment sections and I will always help you there. Guys, if you have any feedback and suggestions regarding my tutorial, write me in the comment sections and definitely I will improve. So guys, one more request, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and please share it with your friends and the colleagues. I will see you in my next tutorial. Till the time, thank you so much for watching this. Stay healthy.